I'd like to meet for the very first time, Justin.
Hello, Justin.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, I'm Lindy.
I'm Miguel.
Miguel, nice to meet you. Deep breath. We got this.
Yeah, for sure.
We got this.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Reality. It's the Married at First Sight edition. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-host. It's the one and only Teresa.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good because we are podcasting back in our old spot.
Yeah, we go back and forth now. We're all over the place.
Well, we are, but this is it.
I could probably count 5 different places we've podcasted in the last month.
Yes.
Between hotels, between Czech, between this room, between
Boston,
the living room.
Yeah.
We're all over the place, but this is what we call home right here.
Yes. I just realized how comfortable this feels.
Also, we're not on camera. So there's a
True.
little added level of comfort of
True.
I'm wearing shorts again. I'm going to one day wear shorts on video, so prepare for that, but I'm going to have to be careful with my undies.
No, that's
I think
for
because
sure.
I cross my legs and then be an upskirt shot. And
Yeah, our Patreon is not OnlyFans,
It's not
Jonathan.
not
yet.
OnlyFans. No, jeez, hello.
I'm kidding.
Speaking of the Patreon, though,
JK.
the Patreon is ablaze, Teresa. The Patreon is on fire. It is cooking. And if you're not on Patreon and you didn't listen to the Below Deck episode that we dropped earlier, we did a little fun surprise for our patrons. We included a video component. We're not doing video for Below Deck.
Oh, that was a surprise?
Yeah. We didn't. That was a surprise. You didn't think it was a surprise?
I thought George was a surprise.
Oh, George is getting rave reviews.
I know.
People are loving George.
People are loving George.
So if you're scratching your head and wondering what is going on, you're not on the Patreon. You can get on the Patreon, patreon.com/married to reality. We just dropped a Below Deck video pod for all levels. We're doing Seeking Sister Wife video and audio pods. We got a bonus pod coming this week for the family affair level. So it is cooking. It is absolutely cooking. I do want to do a little disclaimer just because between friends, I want to let our friends know everything.
Okay.
When you sign up towards the end of the month, you're going to be charged automatically. No matter when you sign up, you're charged automatically. But then you're always going to get your reoccurring charge the first of the month. And so I just say that because if you sign up now, you're going to get charged again August 1st. Mm-hmm. And then from that point forward, September 1st, October 1st, November 1st, whatever. But it might feel like you're getting double charged. So that's the only reason I'm telling people this. You can still sign up, and you still should sign up now because you're going to get access to everything that we release.
Okay.
So there's tons of video pods. There's the Below Deck pod. You'll be getting the bonus pod that drops this weekend. So there's reason to sign up, but if you want to wait until August 1st, you can wait. We won't hold it against you, but just wanted to let everyone know.
Yeah, guys, come over to the Patreon. And if you think like, you know what, Sister Wife is not for me, well, unfortunately, soon it will be ending. Unfortunately for us.
Sister Wife is for us.
We love it. We love it.
Not sister wiving. That is not for us, but watching other sister wife is absolutely for us.
Absolutely. But we'll be seeking some suggestions on a new show to cover. And so if you want us to cover something you like talk to us. Get on the Patreon.
Yeah, because it's going to be a Patreon-only pod, whatever replaces Seeking Sister Wife. It's going to be a poll that we put out for patrons only.
Yes.
So if you want to be part of that poll and you want to have your voice heard and be a part of what we cover next, get on that Patreon. Any level. The poll will be for any level.
Yes.
And then the podcast will just be for the Cousins Club and the Family Affair level. And you guys can level up if you want. If you're at the Friends with Benefit level now and you see we're covering a show you want in on, level up.
Yeah.
It's easy to do. All right.
Come over.
That's Patreon. Instagram is always the place you gotta be, no matter where else you are. Make sure you're on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. All the news is over there. Memes are over there. Messages are over there. It's all there. You know it. You'll love it. At Married to Reality Pod on Instagram.
Yes.
Also, make sure you're following the podcast. So easy to do. Can I tell them how easy it is?
Do it.
All you do is you look down wherever you're listening right now, whether it's Apple, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, it doesn't matter. You look down, you smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's as hot as the drama preview of this season. Because I'll be honest, we're watching this whole episode, right? Cool. And then the previews, and it's all lovey-dovey. Everyone's happy, even Mitch. I'm like, what's going on?
You're the best.
What's going on over here?
No, you're the best.
But wait for it. And we saw the drama previews. Mitch is not attracted to Kristen. All kinds of drama. Lindsay.
Justin said, "I love you" on the honeymoon.
Oh my gosh. And she laughed.
I think it was the honeymoon. It looked like the honeymoon.
Oh, it was the honeymoon.
So this looks like we're in for a hot, steamy.
Like Justin, okay. Justin makes me very uncomfortable. We'll get there, but he makes me so uncomfortable with the way he is, the things he says.
Yeah. And I think
can't take it.
And again, there's a lot of editing and we may be getting misled here, but when he says I love you and she bursts out laughing, Alexis bursts out laughing, that's not just a reaction to the I love you. I think that's been her trying to hold it in this entire time because he is over the top. He is putting on what I think is a bit of a show.
Yeah.
And I think that was just the final straw when he said I love you. She just was like, I can't hold it anymore. And she burst out laughing.
Yeah.
It looks good. It looks so good.
It looks fabulous.
Okay. So that's what's hot. And last but not least, if you haven't left a review, if you could please do that. It makes our day. It makes our week. Some reviews have made our month.
Yes, and if you guys don't know how to leave a review, or you don't have an iPhone to leave a review on the Apple app, right?
Yeah, you can rate on Spotify, but you can write something on Apple and rate.
True, but I was just going to add, some of you guys sometimes message us on Instagram what you would want to say as a review, and we also appreciate it. I just want to acknowledge it. I just want to acknowledge it because...
If you just want to shoot us a message and say something nice, that's always welcome too.
Well, aren't those messages nice?
They're lovely.
Yeah, very lovely. So I'm just acknowledging our friends.
Yeah. No way.
Jesus, Jonathan. Guys, I got you.
Praise in any form is always welcome.
Yeah, tell us how beautiful and awesome we are.
Oh, God, Teresa.
I'm kidding.
Here we go.
JK.
Let's get into this episode. Season 15, episode 4, Where's the Time Gone? That is not the title of this episode. It's just how I feel. We're already on episode 4.
I know, but I'm loving it. I think it's gonna be good.
I'm seeing a lot of chatter on social media, and others seem to be enjoying it as well.
Yeah, because some of these peeps are just out of control. Like, there are people that I could not ever be friends with or anything.
Don't you dare talk about Lindy that way.
Oh, I cannot take Lindy and I cannot take Justin.
I know.
Like, those two, I just cannot take them.
I kind of wish they were paired together
my
because that
gosh.
would be over the top, out of control.
Oh my God. Yeah. I just cannot. Mitch is an asshole. I really like Kristen, but
Yeah, Kristen's
hopefully,
cool.
yeah.
Should we start with them?
Yeah, let's start with Mitch and Kristen.
Let's start with them. So here we go. The weddings have been had, except for one, which we will save for the end.
Yes.
We're going to get through everyone, and then we'll finish it with a wedding. And so Kristen and Mitch, they're back at the hotel room after the wedding. It's the night. It's still wedding night. Kristen apparently thought she had packed really cute pajamas. She was really excited about this pair of pajamas that she had. And you can tell she's already self-conscious. It only took an hour or two for Mitch to get in her head, and now she's questioning every choice she makes in her life.
Yes.
And she's going, actually, I was really excited about these pajamas, but looks like I lost them.
And then she goes like, don't worry, it wasn't like a lingerie. It was like just cute pajamas.
Pretty low-key, pretty casual, nothing too fancy. I'm calling bullshit.
Sustainable.
Edible underwear. It was edible underwear. It was very sustainable. I'm calling bullshit. I don't think she lost them. Who loses underwear or who loses pajamas that you're so excited about? It seemed like this was the first thing she packed. I think she's panicked. I think she goes, I don't think these are going to fly with Mitch. And now she's like,
Ooh, that's a good
I
thought.
think she's like, I lost them. I don't think, I guess I'm just going to have to go with these old things.
Yeah, that's a good thought. I didn't even go there, but Mitch forgot his pajamas.
No, I don't think Mitch has pajamas. He just
I was
goes,
gonna say, I think he sleeps naked because that's the sustainable way.
mm-hmm.
Not to make his laundry dirty, because then you have to use detergent and chemicals and
Maybe
water
that's why he's not
and energy.
changing that Band-Aid, because it's just more sustainable to
I
go.
thought it was a new Band-Aid,
Was it a
actually.
fresh Band-Aid?
I thought it was a fresh Band-Aid.
Well, okay, that's what he's wearing to bed, is boxers and a Band-Aid.
Boxers and a Band-Aid. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. But yeah, Mitch is excited to see the real Kristen. And she's like, you know what? I feel okay taking my makeup off because that's all he wants to see. So I'm here for it.
I hate this idea of you're only the real you when you wake up and get out of the shower. Like, that's the real. No, there's a spectrum to a person, and the real you is also when you're dressed up for your wedding. That's your wedding you. The real you is also when you're in a business meeting. That's the business you. Like, there's shades to every person.
I think the real you is when you feel the most comfortable because it comes out.
That's the real you when you're most comfortable. Then there's also the real you in high pressure situations.
Well,
The real you is just how
I'm
you.
talking about visuals because that's what Mitch is talking about.
I know, but I'm saying you're going to say you weren't the real you on our wedding day?
I was, but I would probably.
That was the real wedding you.
Yeah, but you were freaked out by my makeup. I was freaked out by my makeup.
But it was
Was
still.
it different makeup?
But it's still, and maybe I'm going too deep on it, it still is that person's decision. So there's still something to be learned. There's still something to be understood from what that person decided to do in that circumstance. Kristen decided to wear this, get that hairstyle, and put on this makeup. That's the real her. Real doesn't mean t-shirt and shorts, no makeup.
Oh, I agree.
That is casual, but don't conflate casual and real or casual and authentic. Someone could still be their real selves while wearing a 3-piece suit at a fancy dinner.
And that's my point. I think the real you is, at least for myself, is when you feel comfortable, regardless of what you're wearing or how much makeup you wear. Because I feel like when you feel comfortable, you are comfortable. And when you're comfortable, you come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I feel it. Like sometimes I'm running late for work and I don't get my makeup the way I like it. I don't have my hair the way I like it. I just do something so I'm not actually late. And then I'm in meetings and I feel it. I have this feeling that this is not me and I don't feel comfortable because that's not really me. Does it make sense?
Sure, but let's flip it. There's
Okay.
a lot of people who feel more comfortable wearing makeup.
Oh, I do too.
So
That's my whole thing. But
Okay.
there is a way of me wearing a makeup, and if I'm in a rush, I don't do it the way. I just do it a little bit so I don't look super pale. But then I have this feeling the whole day like, this is not me. Like I don't look like how I'm supposed to look, what I'm used to. Does it make sense? And it affects the way I am.
I think it's all contextual. I would say the first time you met me, you probably wouldn't feel comfortable without makeup on. You want to
The
present.
first time I met you, I was so tired. It was late at night, and my makeup was on my face since that morning.
I know, but
I didn't look my best. Let's just be honest.
come along with me on
Okay,
this explanation.
okay.
You would not want to go on a first date the way you wake up on a Sunday morning with me now. I would guess, because I wouldn't want to do that either. I would want to put on a nicer pair of clothes. I'd probably want to shower, do my hair. So
I wouldn't want to go to our taco place looking like that.
So my point is, it's all contextual of what you have to do in a certain situation to feel your best. And I just don't like Mitch being like, oh yeah, now I'm seeing the real you for the first time now that you've taken makeup off. It's like, okay, well, just because you don't like makeup doesn't mean Kristen can't like makeup.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean she has to feel the most comfortable when she's not wearing makeup. If she feels most comfortable wearing makeup, sorry, Mitch, then she should wear the makeup. And the reason I'm getting so up in arms about this is because I think Kristen is just doing and saying whatever it takes for Mitch to be happy now. And she's playing along like, oh yeah, this does feel so much better. Does it? Because I feel like you were probably excited to get in your wedding dress and do your hair.
No, okay. Yeah, I'm with you. I agree. Mitch is being an asshole, right? But as a girl, taking your makeup off at the end of the day feels really good.
Okay.
Like right now, I wish I took my makeup off because it's the evening. I came from work, right? My face is itchy towards the end of the day, right?
Okay.
All I ever want to do is to take my makeup off, remove my bra, put my sweaties on, my comfortable shirt, and just be myself at home. But it doesn't mean that when I do have my makeup on and I dress up for whatever occasion, it's still me.
That's a good point. That's a fair point. Okay, let's get to the next morning where Kristen, whether she is or she is not feeling this authentically, she tells the camera, I'm on cloud 9.
Okay.
Everything's great.
People keep saying that. What's the cloud 9?
I wish I Googled it because I knew you were going to ask and I have no idea.
Why do people say that? It sounds like a video game.
Let's look it up because I should have looked it up before because as she said, I go, Teresa's going to ask me what that means.
Everyone always says that. I'm always like, oh, okay, good for you.
It's
but
extremely happy. It means extremely happy,
Well,
which
I
I
know
knew.
that.
I knew that. I just don't know where it comes from. On cloud 9, where does it come from?
why not like cloud 7? Because 7 is a lucky number.
I'm going to tell you. In September, guys, buckle up. In September of 1896,
Okay.
the greatest cloud in the world, I'm going to butcher this, cumulonimbus.
A cloud like whatever's in the sky.
Cumulonimbus? Yes. Was listed as cloud 9 in a new cloud classification. And so to be on cloud 9 became like floating on the tallest cloud on Earth. Oh.
Ah, I didn't know that in the
Interesting.
1800s they were measuring clouds.
Yes. Interesting. I think we all just learned something on this podcast. Yeah. Wow. According to their code abbreviation, 0 represented the lowest clouds in the stratus and 9 the tallest clouds. Hence, cloud 9. So you're as high as you can get.
Interesting.
On cloud
All right,
9.
I'm going to share something I don't think I ever told you, right? But, I'm not religious. And it's okay, right?
Okay.
But my grandma's extremely religious.
Don't
and
tell
when
Lindy's brother this.
when I was a kid, right? She used to like talk about Jesus and all that and God. And she always says that God lives in the sky, in the clouds, just hanging out.
Yeah.
And I was always so jealous of God because all I ever wanted to do is to live on a cloud.
Yeah. It looks comfortable.
I always wanted to float on a cloud. And I was like, damn it, that God is so lucky. And then I kind of got older and I realized that that's not true, right?
Well, shh. Some people may believe that.
Okay, well, he may if you believe that.
We
but
just don't believe
I was
that.
always just so jealous of the fact, and I
love how of all the things you could be jealous of God for, it was the fact that he lived on a cloud. Not his powers, not that he's omniscient, not that he has so much control and seemingly never dies. It was his address.
Yeah, fucking living on a cloud.
Okay.
In every Czech fairy tale, we have a lot of like fairy tales. If there is a god involved or like some sort of a sky king,
Yeah.
they all lived in the clouds.
Yeah.
I could not take it as a child.
Wow.
That was my dream, to just
Wow.
live on a cloud.
I would hate to be jealous of God for that, but to each their own.
So like living on cloud 9, if you just said, oh, I'm on a cloud, I would be like, oh shit, yeah, I wish I was on a cloud.
Yeah. Okay.
But thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I learned that too because I never knew. So, little breakfast in bed. Mitch brings breakfast to bed and wow, immediately starts assessing how eco-friendly the plating is of the breakfast. The plastic cup, the straws.
Ew. No, the straws were paper.
The straws were paper, but the plastic cups. How did he not lose his appetite? How was he able to eat this?
Well, I'm all for saving the planet. I'm not crazy like Mitch whatsoever. But there are certain things that I hate. I hate when they put the plastic rings around beer
Yeah.
or sparkling
It's
water.
just unnecessary. We've seen it done 19 other ways
No,
that
but
don't
I've
involve
seen a
those.
photo that goes stuck on a seal.
Yeah.
So ever since I've seen that photo,
Yeah.
I cut it. I make you cut it too. Do
Yeah.
you do it?
Yep, I cut it.
Yeah.
The straw thing? Sorry, I can't get behind. Give me a plastic straw. I've tried stainless steel straws. I absolutely hate it.
They hurt.
They hit your teeth.
Yeah.
They're cold. It sucks. The paper straws last about 4 seconds before they disintegrate in your
No, they're
drink.
good if they're like hard
They
paper
last
straws.
about 4 seconds. A plastic straw is beautiful. Even give me a reusable plastic straw. Give me like a sippy straw like that children use. I'll use that. But I don't understand. I guess the plastic is bad for the environment. Sure.
It
but
is because it doesn't dissolve.
But I think we all saw one photo of a turtle with a straw up its nose and we all freaked out.
I've seen that photo.
But I don't know how often that's happening.
Well, okay, forget the turtle. It's just bad for the planet.
The plastic is bad.
Because of the amount of garbage, and this doesn't dissolve, right? So it is bad, but yeah, I do it for the seals.
Do it for the seals. You got to pick your reasons. Do it for the seals.
Don't you want to do it for the seals?
I'll do it for the seals.
Do it for the seals.
Yeah. So Mitch also is saying things are going pretty well. And he says to Kristen, seeing you was crazy. The first time I saw you was crazy, but there was a sense of relief when I saw you. So a little bit of a backhanded compliment.
Like, I don't get it. Like, she is good looking. Like, she looks very nice and mature. Honestly, Mitch, have you seen yourself in the mirror?
Yeah.
Like, he said it last time that he's not really attracted
I don't think he's a bad looking guy.
I can't
We've
say.
seen worse looking guys on this show. Let's just say that.
I guess.
I'm not gonna name names.
Like, honestly, for me, like, the look is one thing, but it all comes hand in hand with the personality and everything. And he's just really bad looking.
Okay.
For me.
You're entitled to your opinion.
Because it's not just about the looks.
You know what I find funny?
What?
You, on our other show that we cover, Below Deck, are attracted to Chef Dave. And I find that Mitch and Dave have a similar vibe.
No, I said I'm not.
Oh, I thought you said Mitch was the best. And Dave, I'm sorry. I thought you said
and
Dave.
then I changed my mind last night. I said Jason.
Oh.
Because
I know, but originally.
I saw Dave without the hat.
But originally you said Dave.
Well, yeah, but you know what it okay, yes, I did, because I was like, oh, he's adventurous and all that shit.
Got it.
I look at the whole picture, and then he became a little whining biatch.
Hello.
And then for me, that's like, and then he took his head off, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. The only saving grace was he didn't have a Band-Aid under there.
Yeah. So it's this whole thing for me, and you're a hottie,
As
so I'm
it
very
should
lucky.
be. Well,
but you have a really good personality, and everything together it makes you like super hot. But
And-
you know what I'm talking about, right? Like it's this whole thing,
Thank you.
it's this
Yes.
whole package.
Yes, and you too, of course.
Thank you.
But I think that's the beauty of maps is it gets you beyond looks, and hopefully there is something underneath.
Hopefully, but with
surface.
Mitch,
there
there is nothing, and
there's not much.
that's the problem.
There's not much.
If let's say if he looked the way he looks right, and he was amazing, he was such a nice guy, supportive, excited, I would be like, yeah, like Mitch is good looking. I
Yeah.
would literally say that.
Yeah.
But it's just thing for me that I can't say it about people who are assholes. So
I completely agree. I completely agree. All right, let's get to the breakfast, the brunches.
I was just gonna add, that's what age does to you. You get wiser.
Oh, yeah.
Because like
sure.
if you ask the 15-year-old me, I'll be
He's
like,
the hottest
ew,
guy,
ew. Yeah.
Okay. Mitch is meeting up with Kristen's friends, Ashley and Courtney, and who he thought was going to be his wife, Mother Ronnie.
He's so into her mom. It's out of control.
So Ronnie asks, what are your intentions with my daughter?
You think Ronnie's name is Rhonda?
Ooh.
Or is it Ronnie?
I think it's Rhonda.
I
probably.
never know in America. You guys are
it's-
out of control with
I think
names.
it's Rhonda is a fair guess. Yeah. And so Mitch is like, my intentions, well, I intend to give her 100%, give her my best, best version of myself, and I hope she lets me know if I'm not giving her that. And Ronnie's like, wow, I really love that answer. You know, I thought you were going to say your intention was to bang her mom, but this is definitely a better answer.
And so the next thing that mom says, I'm kind of questioning because I'm thinking, did she have a conversation with Kristen and she kind of figured she would say it, or is this the truth? Because she says, Kristen is not a diva. She is super chilled, super laid back. She's not bougie either. And Mitch is like, well, it was in her vows.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, not my mom. Her mom.
Your mom called us after watching this. It was like, I have thoughts. If you could put this on the podcast, I have some thoughts I'd like to get off my
Her
chest.
mom was like, no, she's not bougie at all. No, super chill, super laid back. And then Mitch mentioned that he liked the leather jacket, which that was my vibe on our wedding night. I don't know if you remember, but I was wearing a leather jacket.
Late night, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, I liked it. And mom is like, yeah, that's her. That's all her. Like, super chill, super laid back, like not a bougie, not a diva. I'm like, maybe she is, but I have a feeling that there was some conversation between mom and Kristen potentially.
I'm trying to remember if Mitch had that conversation on the wedding night. If he told someone, "Oh, once she took her heels off, I
he
was
did.
happier." Right. So
He did tell mom.
Right. So she definitely knew
Yeah.
how particular Mitch was, and I think that's what she's reacting to.
Potentially. Well, we'll see. But they kind of like Mitch.
Yeah.
And then Kristen's talking to Mitch's mom, brother, and sister-in-law.
Yes.
And her face,
brother Bonnie, brother
her face. Did you get the names?
mother Bonnie, brother Matt.
I gave up on the names.
Okay.
I gave up on the names, but Kristen's face speaks for everything because the more they talk, the more shocked she looks. Because they basically say, "Oh, sister-in-law is like, oh, we've never really gotten along. Like, he can be an asshole. I mean, once you get to know him a little bit, yeah, but yeah, no, he can be a jerk, yeah." And that's like, so if your family talks about you like this, that must be slightly true, right?
Oh, it's completely true.
Because usually
They're painting
families
the
stalk
best.
you up, yeah.
They're going to try to paint the best picture of you, and if this is the best they can do, it doesn't bode well for our friend Mitch over here.
Apparently, the reason why he's 40 and single is his passion for the planet.
Yeah, well, we know that.
And I can see that too, but there are a lot of like hardcore environmentalists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just join a club, Mitch, and then meet someone there? I'm serious. Because I feel like your beliefs are so important that if beliefs, religion, whatever you're into, it's so important that if you don't align or you don't respect each other in this kind of approach, whatever you're into, it's a huge issue, right? Like, I don't think, let's say, if you told me, "Oh, I love American football every Sunday, always watch, I always do this, I always go out to games, I always do all this," for me, it's like, I don't enjoy that at all. Like, I don't think I can see myself living a life as a football fan because that's not what I do. Luckily, you're not, right? We align on so many things, and as we study dating, we have to know each other, etc. These guys are thrown into this, right? So it's on the experts. But if Mitch is such an extreme over this passion for the planet, why didn't they match him with someone who is also a little extreme? Because this seems to be the most important things for him.
Yeah, and it's something that extends beyond work because it's his job.
Yeah.
But he takes it home with him. And that's the thing. It's not like, "Oh, I'm really passionate about the work I do, but when I get home, I forget all about it." It's like it's in every moment of his life is this conservation.
And I get it because I feel like that's how you and I live our lives. Like, work is part of our after-hour life.
It is, but we can put it away. If we can go we can go on vacation.
True.
Okay. Mitch can't.
No, he can too, but he's gonna be picking plastic.
No, he can't. He can't. He's gonna go, "Well, I probably shouldn't get on that plane because it's gonna use too much carbon." And then when we get there, does the hotel, is it low flush toilets? Like, right? Like, we can go on vacation from our job. He can too, but he's still going to bring that with him. So
That's true.
It's a good point. You should hopefully find someone that aligns in those beliefs. I think Kristen, while she doesn't align, is not going to make a stink about it. At least not yet. And it's interesting because that sort of thing wears on you. So maybe she's okay with, "All right, we'll use the paper straw today." A year from now, she might be like, "Enough with the paper straws. Enough." So we'll see.
No, yeah, totally. And I think a lot of people don't realize how important this is.
Passions are important.
Passions are so important. And it's like, even like I'm telling you, silly things like football or baseball, something one person does all the time with friends and goes to these games, if the other person cannot stand it, the relationship is not going to work long term.
Right.
And when it comes, and this is just silly sports, right? We're talking him passionate about
it's a lifestyle. It's a
about the
lifestyle.
planet. If she's not gonna align, then like what? If she gets a lipstick that was tested on a rabbit, like is that the end of the world?
Right.
I mean, it's bad.
Right.
But it's what I'm saying. It's like I think Mitch is a little too.
You can put
extreme.
lipstick on a rabbit? I know you can't put lipstick on a pig.
Well,
so they say.
I don't know, but every single time I buy some
Never mind, Therese,
cosmetics,
that was a bad joke.
I
Let's move
well,
on.
I want to tell you about the rabbit, right? Every single time I buy some cosmetics, like I always make sure they don't test on animals.
Yeah.
Because also I like natural shit too, and I'm not Mitch crazy. I just like it. But there is always a photo of a rabbit saying "Do not test on animals." So I assume they test on rabbits.
What about hair products? Come on, we're having fun now.
Ah.
All right.
Can
Knock,
you
knock.
tell the difference between a rabbit and a hare?
I cannot.
It's in the ears.
Oh, well, tell me how.
Hair is a little bigger, and hare's ears, and I might be wrong, but I think I'm not. It's a little skinnier when it like leaves the head, and it gets bigger when it's like,
Okay.
you know, the ear. I wish I was on the camera right now. Bunnies are.
She looks
just
like she's
cute.
conducting an orchestra, but I think she's.
Rabbits are a little smaller, and you can eat them.
Got it. All right. Knock at the door. Who's it for? Mitch and Kristen. They got a package telling them they're going to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico for the honeymoon. Speaking of vacations. And that's where everyone's going, of course, but we're just telling you guys now because it's the first couple. It also came with some celebratory tchotchkes, like confetti poppers.
The party poppers, and
Party poppers? Mitch is a party pooper.
oh, he sure is. And Mitch is like, no. It's so hard to clean it from the beach. Dude, you're in a hotel room. They're going to vacuum it. It's not going to be on the
I
beach.
know, but it's just triggering. He goes, this is triggering for me. And that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, maybe it's cute. And again, not shitting on the saving of the planet. I
No.
subscribe to that. But everything in moderation, Mitch.
True. And they also got a matching shirts, which Mitch is not really into wearing.
And this I can side with Mitch over here
Me
because
too.
those shirts are trash. And so I am team clean the trash on
Me too.
on that one.
I mean, I'm all for matching shirts.
They're just
once
too
in a
basic.
while.
Hubby and wife shirts are too basic.
No, oh, absolutely. Anything hubby and wife is too basic for me. But a matching vacation shirt is like, oh, I went to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
We just don't wear it at the same time.
Yeah. Here's a funny thing. We have merch.
Yes.
MarriedToReality.com. MarriedToRealityPodcast.com? I don't know. There's a link in
I
the
think
Instagram.
Married to Reality Pod.
I think it's Married to... No, definitely not. That's the Instagram. I think it's MarriedToRealityPodcast.com. We should
Really?
know this. But there's a link
Damn
for the
it.
store. There's merch. And it's got the logo and it says Married to Reality.
Yeah.
And Therese and I wear them.
Yeah.
We rep the brand. And we were at a Buc-ee's once.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw multiple people looking at me in disgust because you guys know the logo. The biggest, brightest word says married.
Yeah.
And I think they were looking at me like, come on, bro. Really? You're you're wearing a shirt. You're lady. You're letting your lady claim you like that you're married. And so that's as close as we've gotten to like hubby wife shirts.
I would not wear that. I don't even want the mugs or anything like that. It's
Not
just like-
our stuff. You wear our stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Married to Reality. Yes. But not like married.
Yeah.
But
just married.
I
Married.
love there's like one gift we got for our wedding that's kind of like a matching thing. And I'm not going to exactly say it, but it's a dinosaur shirt.
yeah.
And it's the name of dinosaur is our new last name.
Yeah.
It's like
Blankosaurus.
Blankosaurus. Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's fun, yeah.
You can be cheesy, but be originally cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, so we got it from my aunt and uncle, and I have teenage cousins. And my aunt was telling me when they got it for us, my cousins were like, ew, mom, oh my gosh, that is so cheesy. Like, Teresa and John are gonna like hate it. I'm like, Teresa and John are gonna fucking love it.
We sleep in it. Let's be very clear. They are sleep
But
shirts.
those are, yeah, they are meant to be sleep shirts or like hangout shirts. So,
Yes.
but
Yes.
fun.
Fun. Okay. Let's move on to Lindy and Miguel, who
Yeah.
are also back at the hotel room. Lindy is stripping down in the bathroom by herself. Miguel's sitting on the bed by himself. And the timer starts.
Yeah. Well, so Lindy cannot find her PJs. And she's looking and looking. It's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It's 35 minutes. She's still
And
looking.
the water toys still aren't out, Teresa. That's a Below Deck reference.
I thought it was like a vibrator. Okay.
Jeez.
Still looking,
no,
right?
It's Captain Sandy.
And she's like
Not
freaking
Captain
out.
Randy.
And for Miguel, he's like, oh, hey, dude, you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm so, I still need to brush my hair and teeth. And he's like, well, her freaking out was a little red flag, but I'm not turned off yet.
Maybe she just had to poop. Ever think of that? Maybe she had a long night dancing, drinking, eating, and she was in the bathroom for a little while.
No, I think she's like freaking out over it. Like, that's her personality. She freaks out over tiny things because this is way out of her comfort zone.
Yeah.
And dude, just chill.
Well, Mr. Miguel Romance over here comes into the bathroom, sees that she's still frazzled, and goes, I'm going to take a leak in the other restroom.
He said that?
You're going to take a leak? Oh.
Ew.
Oh, come on.
Ew.
That's not the most romantic thing to say to your wife.
Yeah, but they go to bed. I don't think any action is going to happen, although Miguel is open to DTF.
Sure. But everything, take your time.
Yeah.
They're going to take their time. Next morning, everyone is still smiling.
Lindy is also on cloud 9.
She says there's still an attraction. There's some butterflies.
Chemistry.
And this is the reason she went on Maps, was to find someone like Miguel.
Yes. So they eat breakfast, excited about the honeymoon, right? And Lindy is talking about her travel habits. And for someone who travels quite a bit, both of us, I'm kind of like, her big thing is like she always needs a snack.
Yeah.
I mean, yes and no. Like,
What are you, like a soccer mom? You bringing snacks with you?
I'll give you this. When we travel by car, when we go on road trips, I do make snacks. I do prepare snacks for us.
Yes.
Right? But you can also stop by the gas station. You can get snacks at the airport. They give you snacks on the plane. Like,
Yeah, I didn't totally follow the snacks comment.
she said because first she was like, yeah, to get my sugar level stabilized.
Well, I mean,
stabilized.
she could be diabetic.
Well, that's what I was going to say, but then she kind of joked about it. So I don't think she is. I just think she's a snacker. She always needs to have a snack. She's like, granola bar, protein bar, like chips. She just needs to
She's going to be a great mom. We've said it on this podcast time and time again. Moms always have snacks.
Always.
Their purses are always overflowing with headache medicine, mints, small water bottles, and
Gum.
snacks. Gum.
Both of our moms are like that.
You got to be prepared for anything.
My mom carries the whole pharmacy in her purse.
In the new edition, thanks to COVID, hand sanitizer. Got to have some hand sanitizer in there. That's the sign of a good
all of
mom.
it.
You can
That's
tell
the
how
sign
good a
of a good
mom
mom.
is by what's in the purse.
I have about 5 hand sanities in my purse.
You're gonna be
an
you're gonna be a
amazing mom.
neurotic. You're gonna be a neurotic mother.
I might have a little snack in there too.
Do you have a snack?
I think I just bought a granola bar today and I didn't take it out of my purse.
Where did you buy a granola bar?
Well, I bought it as a snack at Sprouts.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
You know the lemon bar I like?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
All
not
right.
a granola
It's
bar.
not a
What is
granola
it?
bar. That's what I was going to say. Would you buy
what
like a
is it?
Chewy?
What is it? A protein?
Is it a Luna bar?
Yeah. No, it's like a fancy name.
I thought it was a Luna
No,
bar.
I don't eat that shit. It's like a
Jeez.
something fancy. It has this fancy U.
Luna.
No, I'm gonna Google it.
I'm going to Google. Let's see.
I'm gonna Google
Lemon
it.
bar.
Lemon
like
bar.
healthy. It's going to give me recipes. This is not what people are tuning in for. Nah.
No, it's gonna give us something. I'm Googling too.
I'm Googling it too. This is not
Do
good.
Sprouts. I'm gonna do Sprouts.
I just want to keep moving on, to be honest.
Oh, it's not Luna. I hate Luna.
Laura.
Laura,
I beat you
yeah.
to it. Yeah. Laura with a U.
Yeah.
Laura.
So
A Laura
it has
bar.
a fancy A, not the U. Laura bar.
Okay, glad we settled that.
That's my fave. I'll live for it. They had a deal at Sprouts today. 5 for 5, guys.
5 for 5. Paul. You buy 5, you get 5. You 5 for 5. Buy 5, save 5. Miguel goes and meets with Lindy's mother, Colleen, brother Luke, and friend Andrew. Miguel's like, we're connecting already. Just tell me, like, what should I expect with Lindy? And Luke says, calm, and reassurance is how you'll find your path with her.
How old is Lindy?
Ooh, Lindy's age 29.
Okay. So her brother keeps calling her my little sister, yet he looks 15.
He looks 15.
So how is she his little sister, or is he actually 15 and she calls him, or he calls her my little sister?
I don't have that answer, but he does look quite young.
So young.
He does look quite young.
So young, but he is so awkward because not just him, but mom is like, so what about the sex? Well, you talk about it, brother. What's your face?
Well, in the Bible, when you have sex with someone, you know them. And that's when the covenant between man and God come together.
Is that the whole Adam and Eve thing?
You're asking the wrong person.
There was an apple and a snake and something.
Oh, yeah. You're asking the wrong. Stick to Cloud 9.
But they were naked. Every single time I see a photo, not a photo, a painting.
What do you mean every single time? What are you Googling? Let me see your search history.
No, but it was in books. When I was in school, we had to read the kid Bible, which is basically the regular Bible, but important stories extracted from the big ass Bible into the kid Bible.
Sure.
It had pictures.
The Cliff Notes.
Then Adam and Eve always naked, but there was always a leaf.
It was a leaf.
Yeah.
What did you think? They had Zara and H&M back then? What do you expect them to be wearing?
I think there was a leaf because it was a children's book.
Okay.
But always naked.
Okay.
Always naked.
All right.
So if you're always naked, don't you always want to bang?
No.
If you and I were always naked, we're gonna be banging 24/7.
I guess. I was gonna make a Nick Davis comment, but Luke's talking about the Bible. Mother Colleen's like, you guys don't really know each other, so you gotta wait till you do. That's really key. And Luke's like, yeah, take your time. And I'm like, why are we talking about
Why
banging?
is mom asking about sex?
Why are we talking so much about sex at brunch? This doesn't seem like the first conversation we should be having.
Why is the family talking about sex, period? I would understand friends. You're like, oh my gosh, did you bang it out? What's going on?
Yeah, but your brother talking.
Yeah.
Your brother talking.
He's like, so did you bang my little sister?
Did you bang my little sister?
You dirty, dirty Miguel.
Miguel's like, well, feelings are starting to percolate, so it's going to happen. He basically told them, yeah, sooner or later, we're going to bang.
He was gonna bang her.
Yeah. It was just a very open and honest conversation that happened very quickly. And so then Luke asks Miguel, what has caused the failed relationships in the past for you? And Miguel's like, I don't know really how to answer that because I've been the one to do the ending. And usually because cheating or we've just been misaligned.
I thought he was being dumped a lot, but I guess I misunderstood that.
I mean, he was, I think, getting cheated on a lot, I think is what he was saying.
I mean, just picture that bear hat he was wearing in the intro.
That's a turn on for some people. It's called role playing.
So he was dating the wrong ladies.
Who knows why people cheat, Teresa?
I don't know, but that's something we will never find out, Jonathan.
That's absolutely true.
Right?
Yes. Luke is concerned. He's like, Miguel's 35, not settled down yet. There may be something that's not addressed. Luke is very invested in his sister's relationship.
Luke is living in the past.
Yeah. So Lindy is now meeting up with Miguel's friend Alessandra and sister Priscilla, and this is maybe my favorite segment of this episode.
Okay. Well, did you get the idea of Priscilla really over articulating?
She was just had a lot of energy. She was coming out hot.
Over articulating about the astrology and about the sun. Oh my gosh.
Coming in very hot.
Very hot and heavy.
She brings up how Miguel's a Cancer, Lindy's a Gemini, and this, from my readings, from what I've read, not compatible. So I'm a little concerned about this. And Lindy's response is just like, well, I definitely want to research that. And definitely want to research that and everything. But I don't know how valid that is.
Yeah, don't believe everything you'll read. Apparently, 2 Pisces are not compatible either.
Look at us.
Besties for life.
Yeah, I don't know how much I buy into astrology?
I think so. I don't really buy into it. I do listen to like people who are into it because I find it interesting.
I'll listen, sure. I'll make my own decision.
I think certain ideas of it, let's say when you talk about Pisces, because that's the only thing I can judge, certain personality traits of Pisces I do have, but others
We've
I
said this a
don't.
million times before. And certain attributes of Aquarius, certain attributes of Leo. Like, yes, you can't say just because everyone was born in the month of March, they're the same. Stop it.
No, true, but they're saying Pisces are creative. We are.
Yes, and I know
Emotional.
Pisces that aren't. So stop it. I'm not telling you to stop it. I'm telling
yeah.
astrologers.
But what I'm
to
saying is
stop
like,
it.
yes, there are traits of Pisces that you and I align with, but there are also things that we don't. So
I know.
it's a little silly to me, and especially like I have a very good friend who loves astrology, and when she found out that you are also a Pisces, she's like, oh my gosh, like that's not good. Like 2 Pisces, like wow. I'm like, okay, like what ifs, right? Because I don't believe in that, but I don't take it away from anyone else.
No, I mean, whatever works for you, if
Yeah.
it works for you. I don't think Pastor Cal and DP are looking at astrology
I don't think
signs.
so either.
Look to the experts, if you want to call them experts. And I don't think they're looking at astrology. So, Priscilla, take it easy. Know your role. But then Priscilla has another question.
I mean, she has good questions.
My brother makes a great living. Do you bring a lot of debt to the table? Can you contribute to the marriage?
And I think
Little
that's
lady.
it's a hard question to ask, but
It's an inappropriate question to ask the morning after you just got married to a stranger.
Well,
This is-
yeah.
you have no place to be asking this.
no,
Priscilla.
I agree, but that's something that should be discussed.
Between Lindy
Well,
and
I'm
Miguel.
curious. Would Lindy bring it up if this wasn't this can of worms?
It's not Priscilla's.
Wasn't opened?
It's not Priscilla's problem.
True.
She's out of line. If she wants to talk about astrology, sure, Priscilla, have fun with that.
Well, I
to
think
be like, are you bringing a lot of debt to the table? It has zero effect over you,
well,
Priscilla.
let me tell you this, right? I slightly understand where she's coming from because they are immigrants. I am an immigrant. Like people are a little more proud of what they achieve, and they want to make sure that things like this are not gonna stop them pursuing their goals or keeping their life good.
So let Miguel ask it.
Well, no. I agree with you. Miguel should have been the one asking, but I'm just telling you how this proudness, whatever you call it,
Pride?
the pride, yeah,
I don't think you can generalize like that. That's your experience.
yeah.
Okay? I don't know that you can put that on Priscilla. Priscilla's just being nosy.
You think so? You don't think she's being proud? She's being proud of what they achieved. Like
No.
they had a tough upbringing.
Yeah.
So you don't think this is
I think
pride?
she's being protective.
Well, yeah, protective, proud, whatever you call
I think
it.
she's but I think she's out of line. I'm sorry. I don't
No.
think anyone should be asking about someone else's financials the day they meet them.
I agree, but I'm saying that's something that should be discussed.
Not with Priscilla.
I guess, but she has the role of mom, so
Nah. Yeah, I don't think mom should be asking. I don't think dad should be asking. I don't think your brother should be asking. If Miguel wants to ask, he should ask. And that's it.
I don't think he even got a chance to ask.
Imagine if my sister, the day she met you, started asking about your financial history. You'd be like, STFU.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
You know?
No, I would just tell her like, I'm sorry, but that's none of your business.
Exactly. And that's what I'm telling Priscilla. It's none of
Yeah.
your business.
Well, Lindy
spills it.
opened up.
Lindy says,
Opened
I
up.
do have a lot of student loans and I'm worried about them. And then the table's just like, it's not a deal breaker. Miguel can help you strategize. He can help you handle that.
Well, okay. Well, I have a lot of thoughts. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
And I'm kind of going to connect this to the following segment where Miguel talks to Lindsay about this, but
Lindy.
Lindsay.
And I think I called
That's
her.
freaking day.
I think I called her Lindsay all last episode. So thank you guys for not calling me out on that, but I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah.
Lindy, yeah. Okay. I get it. American colleges are expensive. Master's programs are even more expensive. PhDs, I have no idea because I'm not planning on getting one. So I literally have zero idea how much that costs, but I
think PhD stands for pretty huge debt. I'm making that up, but
I've heard pretty huge dick before.
all right, someone's listening to Kanye West.
Ooh, is it Kanye?
He goes, I don't got a PhD. No, I got a PhD, a pretty huge dick. That's my second Kanye reference in like 2 weeks. That's too much, but yes.
I think it was on Friends, but they didn't.
His old stuff was good.
They didn't cite the whole thing.
His old stuff was good.
But anyways,
sorry.
I get it. If you told me, hey T, so just so you know, I got my education, I'm working hard, but I have some student debt. But I'm trying my best. I'm trying to pay it off. I have a plan, right? I'm really working hard. I'm getting better at what I do. This is my passion. This is my career. I would be like, you know what? That's awesome. I'm so happy you did something you wanted to do. I'll help you out. We'll help each other. We'll figure it out, right? One thing. But if you told me, hey T, so I got this fancy degree and I have a lot of student debt, but it's like I've done this whole college thing and the work, but now I'm just like not really working. I'm living my best life. I'm enjoying. I'm working here and there, but my debt is ginormous, as Lindy keeps reminding. That's a huge red flag because it just shows, I get it, you're smart, you get your degree, but it shows how immature and irresponsible you are. That's so bad.
Yeah. Someone is going to have to pay that debt.
Yeah.
And it would be terrible if now that they are married, Miguel is stuck with that debt. He does say, I'll never be someone's sugar daddy. He tells the camera that once. Lindy tells Miguel, yeah, we met up and we talked about the debt. And Miguel's like, well, okay, I'm never going to be someone's sugar daddy. Yeah, Lindy needs to step up and handle that.
She needs to start working.
It's her, and she is fully capable of working. She has a good job.
Yeah.
She has great opportunity.
And all these degrees. So
all these degrees.
do the 40 hours a week like most people and get paid and try to pay your debt. I'm serious.
And that's the beautiful thing, is it doesn't have to be a forever situation. If it takes 4 years to pay off your debt, do it. And then go back to living the lifestyle of I work here and I work there and I work whenever I want. But take care of the debt.
Oh my gosh, like that gives me so much anxiety because that's something I'm very focused on. And so for me, like seeing this, besides the fact that I don't like Lindy really, but this is a huge red flag.
Yeah.
Huge red flag for me.
It shows priorities, I would say.
And yes, but it shows her immaturity because to let a debt just sit in your bank account, wherever it sits, right?
Not in your bank
it's
account,
not.
yes.
But meanwhile, you are traveling and buying a ton of snacks.
Yeah.
Like priorities.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Stasha and Nate, who are back at the room. Nate is quick to claim his side of the bed. And come on, we all know the guy sleeps closest to the door. Am I right, men?
No, the guy lets the girl pick.
That's fine, but
that's why Stasha was like, okay. She was thrown off.
But the old school thought is the man sleeps closest to the door in case there's an intruder, because sure he'll immediately wake up and those 2 feet are going to make a big difference when it comes time to attack the intruder.
No, I think for me, I think I told you which side I need to sleep on, and you took the other one.
No, I sleep on my side. I
sleep on my side.
Yeah, I think it just worked out naturally like that. That's
Okay.
more important than astrology signs, folks, is which side of the bed do you want?
Yeah, no, totally. Like it's a huge thing for me. I cannot sleep on your side. It's very unnatural.
Yeah, I don't think I could sleep on.
Even like when I lived in my parents' house or when I shared a room with the roommates and I had my own bed, right, before we lived together, I always slept on that side.
Oh, and I think I sleep in the... that's not true. When I go to a hotel
I cannot
and
sleep
you're
in
not
the
there,
middle.
I sleep on...
I cannot sleep in the middle. It's impossible for me.
I can't either.
I always, same thing for me. When I'm without you, I always sleep on that side.
Okay. So, slow-mo Stasha getting naked going to shower, and just imagine being the camera guy in this situation where it's just like, all right, so I'm going to film you. You just get undressed. Believe me, trust me. It's going to be a cool shot. You're getting undressed. We're going to do these really tight slow-mo shots. There'll be some cheesy stock music playing because that's what is happening. Like, whether or not they were told to get undressed and go shower, there is still a camera guy there.
Or a girl.
Or a camera girl, just very tight on you while it's happening. And that's got to be the most uncomfortable part.
I agree, but also, this is the first time someone showers before getting into bed.
Very true. There was some washing up. This is the first shower, full body cleanse.
And that's my style. That's your style.
You got to
too.
shower before
You
bed.
got to shower. And I don't know, maybe these guys usually still play it cool, like go into the bed, let the camera roll.
Oh, for
And
sure.
once the cameras
For sure.
leave, they shower. But Stasha was like, oh, hell no, I'm not even touching the bed without the shower. That's my girl because, yes, don't touch the bed when you're not clean.
Yeah. They both get into bed, they're cuddling, and Stasha asks, so what's your expectation of this marriage? And Nate says, just being supportive and understanding, being best friends, because looks are going to fade. Things are going to get more saggy. But best friends are forever.
Forever.
Forever, ever. So then
I
the
love
next
that song.
Outcast?
No, Kanye.
No, it's
Forever,
Outcast.
ever.
Oh.
It's the Diamond something.
Oh.
What is it called, the song?
Diamonds
In Sierra.
from Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
Next morning, Nate brings breakfast to bed. Stasha is loving it. She tells the camera on a scale of 1 to 10, Nate is well over a 10.
Out of control.
And then we get this weird, I think it's weird, you can tell me what you think, this back and forth where Nate asks, Stasha, what's your biggest insecurity? And she goes, I'm a good communicator, but there have been some breaks in the communication. So I'm not sure if I'm doing everything you need. So I freak out and I pull away sometimes. And then she goes, Nate, what's yours? And he goes, for me, I feel misunderstood. And I'm like, yeah, I think Stasha misunderstood your question because he was asking like general insecurities and she just made it about their relationship.
Well, you actually skipped the only part of Stasha that made sense in a way because she said her insecurity is when people don't reassure her, then she gets insecure. So, and then Nate goes into being misunderstood.
No, she went on this whole thing about...
Well, yeah, but at the end she said, well, I need reassurance.
Right. But I don't think he was asking in our relationship, what is bothering you or what are you insecure about? He was saying generally in your life, what are you insecure about? Because when she turns the table and asks him, he goes, my dad was in the military, so I lived in Spain. I lived in Greece. I was isolated. Other kids didn't speak English. And when I moved to the States, kids were savages about my race. And it became tough, and I got a complex over it. That's what he was looking for. He was looking for what's your biggest insecurity in life, not what's your insecurity in this relationship.
I guess. I mean, yeah, she definitely misunderstood him.
I think so.
It's tough to talk about insecurities.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring that up on the first day, but when Nate does, Stasha relates to it, right? She felt alone growing up too, and over time learned not to care about what other people thought. So it was good that it came out. It was a bonding moment, but in a sense, Stasha kind of threw Nate under the bus a little bit by saying, things aren't really great right now because I feel like we've had some breaks in our communication and I'm not sure I'm doing everything you need. Like, I don't think that's what he was asking, Stasha, but...
You see, I didn't pick up on that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's talk about Stasha meeting with dad and friend Vinny,
Okay.
right? They're kind of talking about, they want to know, talking about Nate and their relationship and what Nate doesn't know about you, Stasha, and is the fact that she's a workaholic.
12 to 15 hours a day.
I kind of get that. I mean, you
hours
and
is-
I freaking, that's what we do.
Okay.
And
But,
by saying work, I mean this too,
Okay, but-
including.
understood. That is known between us. That's a big deal to tell someone you basically work twice as much as the normal job. 8 hours a day is normal. She's working 15. She says that's twice as much. That's a big deal, and that can get in the way. And so,
True. But apparently he's the same way. Like he's a entrepreneur. He's apparently had a business. We'll get there. But Vinny says, his worry is that they both are stubborn and they both are too independent. And that can create issues.
but Stasha is working to take things off her plate.
Yeah.
She's aware. At least she's aware. She's not one of those people who are like, well, this is it. 16 hours a day, every day. That's my lifestyle. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Hashtag hustle. Check out my Instagram. Like, she knows this isn't sustainable, and she's going to try to make changes to help the relationship
Yeah.
thrive. And so I think that's important, and that's good that she's doing that. And so then Nate meets up with Stasha's mom, Stacy, and friends, Julie and Alicia. And Julie just straight out asks if Nate is down to bang.
Yeah, because she's like, are you really a freak in the sheets?
We all heard it in those vows.
That was very good. Not vows.
No,
Well,
friends
she-
and
she-
family want you to know.
Yeah.
Nate is a freak
That was so aggressive.
in the sheets.
That was so
That's
aggressive.
pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
That was a little too much. And Nate's like, well, I'm willing to wait. We can just talk. I'm happy with that. I'm happy to get to know her. And Stacy asks, is there something Stasha doesn't know about you? And this is where he explains, well, I ran a business, had to dissolve it. That came with some debt. So I have that. And then we talk about what Nate learned from his parents. And Nate gets emotional. And he says, I learned my dad wasn't a quitter. He did a lot for me. And I don't think we knew, at least I didn't know, him and his mom don't have a relationship.
And I did not know that his mom was Korean.
Okay. And they met once at his birthday when he turned 12. That was all news to me. And so the family dynamic was a unique one to him, and he didn't really know about true family until he was older. But now that he knows about it, it's really important to him.
Yes.
And that's what his focus is, and that's what he wants to create with Stasha.
I was happy to see him emotional because until now he came across very nice in a way, but very cocky. And so seeing
yeah.
him cry was kind of real.
Showing some vulnerability.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that was
I was
good.
thinking of saying that word, but I cannot say that word.
It's
So
a struggle for you.
I talked around.
Yes. I understood what you were saying.
Nice.
All right. That is Stasha and Nate. I think, should we take a break?
Let's take a break.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We got a couple more couples. We got a wedding. There's a lot to talk about. We'll be back in a second. And we're back.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, Teresa.
How's it going?
Well, should we tell our friends what we just did?
Oh, the shot of
Oh,
Mandlovica
how dare you.
in our Amsterdam shot
How
glasses.
dare you. We took a pause for the cause, and that cause was because we needed to imbibe a little bit. One of our favorite Czech alcohols is Mandlovica.
Yes.
You guys, if you guys are real friends, you
It's
probably
an
know that.
almond brandy.
Yeah, so figure that out. What is it normally, plum?
Well, that's Slivovica.
Got it. Right.
I don't know what American brandy is made of, to be honest.
American Brandy. American
idea.
Brandy is a great singer, actually.
Is it?
Brandy? You never heard of her?
No, but I know on Titanic they had like a brandy snack after dinner.
Ah,
but I don't
Titanic.
know.
How did that end? How'd that movie
Real
end?
bad.
How'd that movie
Real
end?
bad. Hopefully our podcast is not gonna end real bad.
No, but some of these relationships will.
Oh,
That's for
we'll
sure.
go down like Titanic.
And one of those relationships will probably be Alexis and Justin.
I feel like, did I say that they'll make it?
There's no way I said they're going to make. I could not.
No.
The minute I
think
saw Justin, I go, this doesn't look like a relationship type guy.
I have a feeling I said they'll make it.
We can go back to the notes one day and probably
Well, we will at the end,
at the end of the season, we'll see
But
if we were right
oh
or
my
wrong.
gosh, like she needed someone who's more. What's the right word? Help me.
I don't know where you're going with this.
I think
someone more
she's
low
so-
key, maybe.
Well, she's so like sporty, yet she dresses up. She's very friendly, outspoken, out there. I feel like she needed someone who's a little more chilled, a little like less emotional.
I say
and
low key.
less,
You
yeah.
say chill. Well, okay. It's the morning after the wedding. They're cuddling. Everyone's smiling and laughing, except for me, because they started like role playing, and it got very uncomfortable.
Oh
I'll
my!
say.
Like Justin makes me so uncomfortable, and the only thing I could think of watching this segment was how he's laying in the bed, and all I could picture is like, when you're at the gym, you're like laying on the bench and you lift, but your legs
Teresa,
are like
I haven't
off.
been to the gym in months, so no, I don't.
I'm telling you, you're laying on the bench, you lift your weights, right? But your
Yes.
legs are like off the bench. That's how I picture Justin laying down because he's so,
He's
tall.
Yeah, it wasn't the way he was laying; it was the way he was acting.
Oh, that
and
for sure.
and the way Alexis was acting, because they were role playing this role of, oh, I'm married. Oh, you are. Oh, yeah, I'm married to a 6'8" man. Oh, you got yourself a 6'8" man. And it was just uncomfortable. I don't know why. I don't need to be that much of a voyeur into someone's bedroom habits, but I got to be.
I think whatever Alexis was doing was fine. It was whatever Justin was doing was so uncomfortable.
It's just over the
is
top.
so uncomfortable. I cannot take it.
And to be fair, he's also probably very uncomfortable because being that tall, you can't be comfortable in many
Oh
places.
no, I think he gets cocky.
No, I mean,
He's like, I'm a snack.
no, I mean in airplane seats, in cars.
Well,
It's just hard to be
he's slim.
comfortable at that height.
I guess airplane seats, he's fine.
What are you
but-
talking about? You ever see me in an economy seat, in a basic economy seat? His knees,
You're right.
his knees are in first class.
I was thinking of his height.
His legs,
You're right.
poor guy's legs.
He probably always has to pay for the extra room.
You need extra leg room, or he flies
Mm-hmm.
JetBlue. Not a sponsor, but most leg room in coach, or
Really?
whatever they're saying. You never noticed that? So much leg room.
I love it.
Beautiful.
I'm a big Delta fan, so
Beautiful. JetBlue just acquired Spirit, so
I know
you
that
go.
sucks.
does it? I think it's going to be good.
Well,
Just means
we'll see.
more is better, right?
They need to rebrand Spirit, but let's move on.
Okay. Alexis is meeting up with Justin's mom, Sharon, and friend Kara. And Alexis just comes right out because everyone is dying to know after the first night together. She just comes right out and says, so your son's still celibate.
Well, thank you for letting us know, Alexis.
Thank you for...
That's what his mom wanted to know.
Yeah. Well, he does talk about it so everyone knows. But I guess, yeah, again, not necessarily the first topic of conversation that needs to be had the morning after the wedding. Could ease into that. But no, Alexis is going to let you know.
Oh, yeah. And I think she finds it funny because when she mentions it, she has like this smirk on her face.
The whole idea of celibacy, or the fact that he's still celibate?
The whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's unique.
Because I get it. Like, you don't want to hear that your man was celibate. I think it's...
I would love to hear that.
But the word celibate... Okay. There's one way if, let's say, the guy or the girl say, hey, I haven't been intimate with anyone for over a year because I haven't met the right person. I was focusing on work, but I'm open. When you label it like this, when you label it and celibacy, it's like being a vegan. And I'm not shitting on vegans.
Oh, boy.
I'm not shitting.
Oh, boy.
But labeling things, it's like, I respect everyone's choices. I respect you not eating animals. I respect you not eating animal products. But I think that some people, only some people, go into these crazy details. It's like, oh yes, and I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, and then you put labels on things, and it becomes a little like too much.
I have
Just
a better,
do you.
I have a better equivalent. Well, they are.
Okay.
They are doing them. Well, they're doing nobody actually if they're celibate. But I think the better equivalent is when someone goes, "Oh, I don't drink." Well, why don't you drink? Now I'm curious. And right, is it because you had a problem? And alcoholism is a disease, and I'm not saying it that way, but I'm saying celibacy usually arises because of something else. It's not, I was just bored. I just wanted to see if I couldn't have sex. It's like, no, it's like you were a sex addict. You were having too much sex. It was getting in the way, right? Same with people who are like, stop drinking. A lot of people will be like, well, I don't drink because of health, or I don't drink because I don't like it, or I don't drink because I had a problem. What's the reason? And so, yes, when you keep saying celibate, 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 it makes me go, what's the reason for this?
I agree. I'm just honestly, when someone goes crazy on these labels, I just don't like it.
Well, things have labels. You got to call it what it is sometimes.
Oh, no. Once or twice. When you keep going
when you
hard,
make it your personality.
And that's my entire point. Again, I respect everyone's choices when it comes to food, when it comes to their life choices, sex, drinking, not drinking, eating animals, not eating animals.
Yeah.
I'm okay with whatever you decide.
Yeah, who cares?
But once it becomes this thing that's all you talk
If
about.
that's the most interesting thing
Yeah.
about you, if the most interesting thing about you is that you're celibate, you're not that interesting.
And that's my entire point. Like, no, like I literally don't care if you are whatever, but you can still have fun. You can
Right.
mention it to me once,
Right.
and I'll be like, cool, acknowledged. Moving on. How was your day at work? What have you done? Like, but if you keep telling me that you're celibate, or if you keep telling me,
I'll be like, I know why you're celibate. Because you
Yeah.
keep talking about it.
absolutely. Well, when it comes to Justin, that's probably it.
Well, and Stepanka.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole different story. But I just don't like this whole. Let me rephrase it. Embracing these labels so hard.
It's anything. If I couldn't stop talking, I'm a podcaster. I podcast. We podcast all the time.
Yeah.
All we do is podcast. It's like, all right, anything else? You got anything else to say? Add something else to the conversation. There's more to you than that, isn't there?
Yeah, and again, we could mention it once and it's cool. Like, I like to hear shit like this. Sure, tell me one or tell me an interesting story about it and why. But let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear it every single day. Like, I really don't. And I'm already bothered by Justin, so I can only imagine how someone like Alexis, who's so energetic and so like chill, like she hangs out with the guys, she plays football, she's just she has fun, right? And now you have this guy who's just so emotional and so celibate, and he cannot stop talking about it. I would already be like checked out.
Yeah. Okay. So then Justin meets up with Alexis's sisters and lets them know the attraction's there, the energy's there. So things have been pretty easy for us. And Alexis's sister Amber goes, you can tell a lot about a person when you're angry. So let me ask, how do you respond when you're angry? Do you stay angry? Do you cool off? And Justin goes, I'm very emotional, very sensitive.
Once again, dude.
He goes, I want to make my woman happy, whether that's sexually, emotionally, financially. It's too much,
He
Justin.
is so cringy.
It's too much.
Do we know what he does for a living?
No, he's celibate. That's all. He sells a bit, Teresa. He's like a salesman. He sells a bit.
I can't take it. Like telling your mom, her mom and sister said, you want to make her happy. Sexually.
And he puts that first.
Emotionally.
Of course, that's first.
It should be
Financially.
unsaid. You should just leave it
I just want to make her happy.
Thank you.
Just want to make
Thank
her.
you.
Just
Just
leave it up to the
yeah.
imagination how I'm going to make her happy.
I can read it. I can see through Justin. Another personality that's very. I can't
It's put
think.
on. I think
It
it's
is put
put
on. It
on.
is put on.
I'm sure there are people like this, but to me, it just seems put on.
Because you know why? Because he's so insecure for being so tall.
Maybe.
I think he's so insecure that he turns it into I'm celibate because I was just being a snack for the girls. They just wanted to see my D.
But also, to be fair, he is abnormally tall. So his persona, his response to things it's going to be abnormal. So for me, for
No, it doesn't have
for
to
a
be.
6'2" man to try to identify with a 6'8" man, it's not fair. I don't know what his life is like. So maybe that is authentic. Maybe that is real.
I don't think 6'8" makes you emotional.
Maybe.
His
I'm telling
brother
you,
apparently-
everyone looks at him like a circus act. People aren't going to look at him the way they look at me. They're going to look at him and go, oh my God, 6'8", that's crazy. He's getting treated way differently than most men get treated. That's true. That's a fact.
In his eyes, he gets treated like a candy.
I'm sure he gets treated very differently than most.
You think so?
Yes. Come on. If you have you ever stood next to a guy who's 6'8",
No.
a foot taller than you?
No.
You're gonna treat him differently than you would treat a 6-foot guy or a 5'10" guy. And so I'm playing a little devil's advocate here. He's gonna express things differently than your average man because he's not your average man.
Okay. True. But I don't think being this tall makes you emotional.
I don't know what it makes you.
I don't know what it makes you either, but
It makes
he's
you
just,
the first to know if it's raining.
honestly, it shouldn't make you anything but yourself.
He is being himself.
No, he's not. He's putting up this.
But that's himself.
Facade.
He's choosing to do that.
Yes,
That's where I go,
because
like, it's still him.
he probably got PC's handbook somewhere. And
Oh,
he's
we'll
like
get to
reading through it.
PC's.
Yeah.
We'll get to PC's handbook.
I was reading through it. He's like, okay, I gotta be emotional. Girls love emotions. I gotta be open. Yes, I can do that too. Yeah, I gotta be like a little badass. Yeah.
But, like,
I can
overly
tell the girls
sexual?
about my big D.
But like overly sexual.
That's how he compensates the fact that he's so emotional.
Maybe.
I can't take it. Honestly, regardless of who he is, first of all, he's cringy and I can't take it. I cannot watch his segments. I'm really having a hard time watching him being this cringy.
And that's our authentic response, right? That's when we see that play out on TV, we kind of go, oh, that's uncomfortable. And someone else may love it. Someone else may be turned on by it. Our response is to be like, oh, not for us.
And we saw it in the previews. He's going to say, I love you very, very early on, right?
Again, a little cringe.
I wasn't bothered by it that much when Noi said it. And you know why? Because she kind of said it and it was okay.
You know why?
I thought it was too soon, obviously. But I was like, you know what? Like, yeah, well, her personality is okay. Like, I get it. Like, that's fine. She feels it. She shares. When he says it, though, it's so cringy. I can't take it.
Because, again, is it real? Is it authentic? Does he really love her, or is he trying to make this moment? Oh, we're on the beach. This is it. I should say it. This is the perfect time. I love you. And then it's inauthentic. And I'm not calling him inauthentic because he chose to do it, so that's authentic to him. I'm just saying maybe he doesn't love her, but he thought, oh, this is the right time to do it.
Or he's so damaged by that broken engagement or the almost marriage that now someone did talk to him and say, dude, you gotta be there, you gotta be emotional, maybe like save yourself so it's gonna be amazing. Like someone freaking talked to him about all this shit.
Because guys hear that. Oh, girls love when you're a little emotional.
Yeah.
Girls love when you express yourself. And he's definitely expressing himself.
Yes, but way too much.
I think so. Okay.
And now he's getting mad about other people not respecting him expressing himself.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Group hang in Mexico. All right.
Arrived to Mexico.
Everyone has flown to Mexico. Even Mitch, even with all the carbon emissions, Mitch got on board, flew to Mexico. Everyone's hanging at the resort. They're talking. And the question, basically a game called First Impressions.
And Alexis starts talking about the fact that they matched on Hinge, but she kind of stops. And Justin's like, baby, it's okay. It's okay.
Let him know.
Baby, it's okay to share.
Let him know. Yeah, Alexa goes, so first impressions were I came down, I saw he was tall, and then I was like, wait a minute. He looks a little familiar. We matched on Hinge. And Alexa,
Wait. Is Hinge that thing that you have to have a common friend on
we
Facebook?
talked about this last
Yeah.
time. Yeah, you have a common friend. We still don't know who that common friend is, but they matched on Hinge, and Alexis is like, We probably could have been married 4 years ago if I had accepted. Stasha thinks it's fate. Right?
Okay, Stasha.
Of course. But that comes out. It's a little uncomfortable. Mitch tells the story of how he thought Kristen's mom was his wife.
Oh, he cannot stop talking about Kristen's mom.
He's like, why isn't Kristen's mom here?
Kristen's mom, she's got it going on. I just listened to it today. Well, Stacy's mom. But
Yeah.
I wish her name was Stacy.
And Miguel's like, well, that's good. You'll know what she looks like you'll know what Kristen looks like when she gets older. More or less.
I mean, her mom looks fab.
Her mom looks fantastic. So then Nate goes, first impressions, well, I'm pretty confident, glass half full. So I didn't get nervous. Then I saw her face though. And right away, natural chemistry. And get this, guys, I hope you're sitting down because we even buy the same toothpaste and we finish each other's
sentences.
Oh my God, look at us, Therese.
Oh, look at us. I like how you pointed at me.
We also use the same toothpaste.
We do, because we buy together, bitches.
Because we use the same bathroom. Although I'm sure some couples use different toothpaste.
I think so. I would use sometimes I buy stuff and you don't like it. But
you bought one toothpaste. I think it was like a whitening thing.
Yeah.
It really hurt my teeth.
Yeah. And then you told me and I'm like, okay, let's go back to the Sensodyne.
No, you said I like it. And then I had to sneak the new toothpaste back in there.
And then because I don't waste, right? I'm kind of a Mitch.
Oh,
I don't waste.
Oh, don't call yourself a Mitch.
I don't waste food. I don't waste anything. I always finish everything.
So Lindy goes, I felt very calm the whole day, which is not my personality. We know, Lindy. And she goes, but everything's feeling really good. And Miguel says, I feel very comfortable, very intimate on many levels. There has been some physicality, which turns out is me making a move and her turning me down.
Yes, because, and I said it before, Lindy has her tiny moments when she talks and she sounds like someone who's 30 and mature. Mm-hmm. And this was one of the moments when she said, I just want to get to know him first. I don't want to get attached too much. I want to make sure this is good. We get to know each other because we are attracted to each other. The physical connection's there. But let's get to know each other first and then dive deep. And I agree with it.
Yeah, let's wait to get to know each other. Let's not put sex first and then everything becomes sex. And Alexis perks up and goes, oh, we're on the same page then because my man, he's been celibate for 1.5 years. I didn't like this.
Let's talk about celibacy.
I didn't like this because this is Justin's story to tell.
It is, but she already yelled it out on TV before to everyone.
When they were dancing?
Yeah, the wedding is like, guys, he's celibate.
Okay, but you messed up once. Now you're in a group setting. You're having a conversation. If I was the celibate one and you told people that, I think I would be a little upset.
But what if Justin said, baby, it's okay to tell people I'm celibate. I want people to,
I want
everyone to know that.
The more people that are telling people, the better.
Yeah, he's like, I want everyone to know that I am celibate and I've been saving myself for you.
Yeah. Then it's fine. But when she said it, I was like, that's not the best approach, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
then we learned that Mitch also has been celibate, but just because
this was great.
She couldn't really find the right lady. He's like, last time I was with a fine lady. It's been like 1.5 years.
Yeah. He goes, I've never been celibate on purpose. I'm just unlucky. Yeah, we get it, Mitch.
You know what? I think Justin is too. He just doesn't say it.
Yeah, that could be too.
Well, whatever it is,
I'm sure we'll hear more about it.
Yes.
Okay, a little more of Kristen and Mitch.
I was going to say, and I'm glad you skipped it, but this is where the very, very crunchy moment of Justin just talking about sex. And he's like, bro, like my D is so hard.
Wait,
like,
you said a crunchy moment?
Crunchy.
Oh.
Crunchy. Now I'm thinking of snacks.
I thought someone brought out a granola bar and listen.
The crunchy moment.
Yeah, well, we can skip that part.
But let's just acknowledge it, how crunchy it was. Because
shot.
He's like, bro, like, so my dick was so hard, bro. And he's just like, I'm like, So you're crying 1 minute and talking about being celibate, and the next minute you're talking about your hard D.
Because he thinks he has to. Oh, I gotta talk. This is what.
So, and that's why it's so cringy.
This is what a ladies' man does.
That's why it's so cringy. I can't take it. I was watching this cringing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I said cringe too many times.
Okay, Kristen and Mitch.
In Mexico.
So yeah, we're in Mexico.
Yeah, but that's my note. Kristen and Mitch in Mexico.
Yeah, we've established. They check into their room. They are rocking their robes. Mitch is still rocking his bandy, and they sit on the bed to have some champagne, some conversation. And Mitch says, "I think they matched us well. You're really assertive. And I appreciate that you're not afraid to take the lead." And Kristen's like, "I appreciate that you're open to that."
And for a minute, I thought maybe they will make it. Maybe they'll be fine. And I felt a little happiness for Kristen.
Yeah. She's optimistic. She deserves some good in her life.
Well, you know what's wrong with Mitch? He is this environmentalist, and that's cool. You have your passion, that's cool too. But he is not willing to meet in the middle. He may say it, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's either his way or no way.
I think you're right.
And I think that's the issue.
I think that's a good point.
Or that's gonna be the issue.
So then Stasha and Nate are also in their room popping some champagne, and we learn it's Nate's goal to consummate this marriage on the honeymoon.
And then Stasha says, I don't want to have a meaningless sex.
Right.
But Nate wants to save some water in the shower, so I'm here for it.
I think Mitch is rubbing off on Nate because he wants to conserve. Now Nate's all about conserving. So we get a full-on shower scene.
Oh, yeah.
What I used to have to pay $9.99 a month for, we are now getting for free on Lifetime.
Wait. Pause.
I mean, never mind. Just never mind.
We'll circle back.
A full-on shower scene where I think the camera guys are in wetsuits with waterproof GoPros, because this was an intense scene that reminded me of like a 90s music video. It was so hot and heavy.
Okay, I can see that.
You can see that?
But once again, these are the only people who shower. Why is no one else showering?
I mean,
Seriously.
Mitch probably is trying to conserve water, so he's not showering.
I think Mitch is wearing the same underwear since the wedding.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do our last wedding.
The final wedding.
Ben's COVID test is negative, so it is go time.
Yes, it's the wedding day, and not that it's Ben's wedding day, but tomorrow he's turning 30.
Oh.
And good for him getting married before 30. That's every girl's dream.
That's every girl's dream.
Every girl's dream. Yeah. Getting married before 30.
And he addresses the fact that because of the COVID means a shorter honeymoon. But he goes, you know what? We're going to have a second honeymoon, and it's going to be on me. Antarctica, Thailand, Dave and Buster's, whatever she wants.
I'm down for Antarctica.
It's on me. Yeah. That'd be pricey. We've looked at Antarctica.
We're gonna go one day.
Not realistically, but we've been like, how much would it be to go to Antarctica?
No, it's our dream to go.
It'd be expensive.
Let's just keep
join that Patreon.
Let's just keep podcasting.
Join that Patreon, folks.
Yeah, guys, send us to Antarctica.
So Ben's at the hotel. He's getting ready. His groomsmen are there. His brother arrives, and they're just talking about the excitement of the moment, right? Nothing too groundbreaking here. Morgan's in her room with her maid of honor and her bridesmaid, Nicole, and she says, I've never been more nervous in my life. And Morgan says, I hope he's like me so we can be equals. I need someone the same level as me.
Okay, well, okay. Do you think they are a good match?
Too early to tell. I like them both.
Based on what we know.
I like them both. I see a little bit of a red flag with Ben with the whole money thing.
Well, that's a big red flag, but and again, we'll get there in the next episodes, but there are going to be some issues, and I think those are going to be issues that is going to be his fault.
Okay.
Him breaking trust and stuff, and those are heavy things. Yeah. Forget about the money.
We don't know what it's about, but
we don't, but
you're right. You're right.
He seems like such a nice and genuine guy, but I think he's gonna do some crazy shit.
Here's what I loved. When we learned Morgan, she's going to walk herself down the aisle because her dad's not coming. And that's traditional, right? Your dad walks down the aisle. She's going to walk herself down the aisle because she's like, I'm going to give myself away. I don't need someone else to give me away.
I love it.
I loved that. And again, do you? If you want your best friend to walk you down the aisle, cool. If you want your mom to walk you down the aisle, cool. If you want your dog to walk you down the aisle, cool.
I would love that.
You do you. But the fact that she was like, you know what? I'm going to give myself away. I was like, I just love the concept.
Oh, me too.
I love the concept of that.
I'm gonna say about Morgan, I really like her. I think she's cool and all that.
Yeah.
That dress
Uh-oh.
was not her. It was a nice dress.
Okay.
But it was so not her. Based on what we learned about her, I almost feel like she should have worn something like long sleeve, a little more lace,
No, she's got to show the ink. She's got to show the ink.
a little more gothic. Like she is a little goth.
I think she's a little
Or
goth.
do like a almost like not a full-ass pantsuit, but something slightly different. She's a little different. She's not this classy Barbie kind of dress, right? And that's
She's
why
more of a badass.
yes,
Yeah.
and that's why the dress didn't. It was a nice dress. I actually liked the dress, but it just didn't go with her. It wasn't her style.
Okay.
I wish she picked something a little different.
Okay. So Morgan gets her gift from Ben, right? And this gift, oh my
It
God.
was a good gift.
How much did PC have to pay to plug his book? Because
More so.
what a shameless plug.
More so, how much did Ben spend on it, or was it a gift? Because we know he
was-
doesn't like spending
It
money.
was definitely both the things Ben gave were sponsored. PC's book was a plug.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I was surprised with that no one read the title of the book. It wasn't like, oh, this is Pastor Cal's book, The 8 Rules to Marriage or whatever. It was just like, oh my God, it's from one of the experts. Definitely a plug. And then the James Allen ring, of course.
Unless it was a joke, like the same joke you did when you gave me the Tinder Nightmares book for my birthday once we started dating.
But that was funny because we met on Tinder.
and this is kind
we-
of funny because he's one of the experts on the show that matched them
yes.
together. I'm telling you, like, I almost feel like that was not an ad. I just think he found it funny.
Then I feel like I would have written, because in the book, we're actually like sitting next to the book right now. Did I write a note? I think I wrote like, thanks.
Yeah.
I was like, thanks
Thanks
for not being a night-
being a nightmare. Yeah.
Right. So I alluded to the fact of why I was giving you the gift. He gives her a card that says, "Dear wife, sorry for the inconvenience of my COVID test." Like it should have been a negative COVID test that was in the box
I
or
was
something.
thinking that might be the, what do you call it? When you like save pages in a book,
Scrapbook.
a bookmark.
Oh, negative COVID test.
What? Yeah.
Oh.
A
I mean,
scrapbook?
yeah, scrapbook. You don't know what a scrapbook is?
I do, but it's for pictures.
You could put other things in it.
Okay.
But his note was very nice. When my dad had
Yeah.
a heart attack and he was in the hospital bed, I promised I'd make the most of each moment. P.S. Sorry about the shortened honeymoon. We'll do a second one wherever you want. Like, he didn't mention the book at all, where if it was a joke, you'd kind of have to be like, get it? Get it, PC, an expert?
No, but if it was an ad, they would talk about it
know.
more. They would be like, oh my gosh, this is Pastor Cal, one of the experts, and this is his book that just came out.
Right.
I can believe that
Right.
he found it.
I know. Maybe PC didn't want to like pay the full price. So he was just like, yeah, for like a little bit of money, just like mention my
I
book.
have a feeling that it was seriously just a joke.
Then it's hilarious. It's
Yeah.
actually very funny if it's just a joke. Okay, so Ben heads to the altar. The guests take their seats. Morgan heads down the aisle. Big smiles all around when she
Well-
gets to the aisle.
There was a part of me for like a minute that I thought she's not gonna walk down the aisle.
She was about to throw up.
Yeah. He was being very nervous, but they made it. She walks herself. She looks great. Ben looks happy.
He goes for a handshake, and Morgan's like, no, don't shake my hand. Give me a hug.
That was nice.
Yeah. Oh, it was immediately, it broke the ice. She was like, hold my hands. And then we get into the whole spiel.
Did you get it? So I don't know if it's their personalities, but this whole thing felt very hectic. I don't know if hectic is the right word, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Maybe here's what you're feeling. And this is what I felt. And friends at home call in and let us know how you felt. After seeing 4 couples in a tropical paradise, sipping pina coladas
Yes, you're
in
right.
the shower, and then you cut back to a wedding in the States, I'm like, oh, this does not jive. Right? It felt so out of place.
Yes.
More than hectic, it felt out of place.
It felt out of place, and I think they really brushed over this wedding because they want to get them to the honeymoon. I think we'll probably see a little bit of the
reception and
just a tiny bit, but I think that'll be it.
Yeah, because
They need to catch up.
I wonder, how far behind are they? Because right now it makes it seem like they're getting married the same day that the couples are on their first
I think it might
date.
be like 2 days behind,
Who
potentially.
knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? So Ben's friends and family want you to know you're marrying a dedicated man. He has his master's degree in engineering and can solve complex problems, but still can't figure out how to grow facial hair. He works out 5 days a week, so you'll love to see him shirtless. Ben is a proud mama's boy and values her opinion on everything. And we did see that moment where Ben was with his mom and they were talking, and it was a sweet moment. Morgan's friends and family want you to know you're getting a lover and a fighter. She loves her friends, family, and her cat, Max, but she loves to get her way. As a dedicated nurse, she's very compassionate and knows how to patch you up when life kicks you down. To relax, Morgan likes to play violent assassin video games and for fun, trains as a Muay Thai kickboxer.
Ooh.
But outside the ring, she's looking for love to fight for. Hello, someone's a writer in that friend group. Hello.
I like that.
And then they vow, Morgan vows, I'm sure you noticed that I walked down the aisle by myself. I wanted to show you I'm a strong woman who can carry herself. I promise to put you first, to make you laugh, to be patient and understanding. And then Ben, he goes, I guess not off the dome because he wrote his vows.
Oh, no, he downloaded them from not.com.
He downloaded them from the not.com. Not. But then he memorized them to make it seem somewhat more impressive. And he wrote, or he recited, I, Ben, take you, Morgan, to be my wife. I promise to respect you. I think he just probably recited his parents' vows or whatever they said 30 years ago.
I think he just downloaded the first thing that popped.
I'm not even going to go through the rest of it because you're so.
No.
It was insert name here.
Yeah.
And then just read.
But good for him. He memorized it, and they kiss. They say I do. They kiss, and they go into the after wedding chat, which is my favorite part.
And we learn Morgan finds Ben attractive.
Yeah, cute and attractive. Ben finds Morgan super pretty.
Yes.
So check, right?
And this was the most interesting thing that we learned during this discussion, for me anyway. Ben asks about Morgan's tattoos, and she explains her Japanese roots. And Ben's like, oh, I love Tokyo. And so I was like, okay, honeymoon part 2, we'll go there. And Morgan says, well, do you mind my tattoos? Because it's a large piece. And Ben goes, no, I love them. I'm hoping one day when I'm financially free, I'll get a leg sleeve. And I was like, whoa, just going all in. Just going for it, huh?
He
Ben?
needs to stop being cheap. Just do it now, dude.
Leg sleeves are going to be expensive.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to do it like.
You do it
in 1
over
month.
time.
Yeah.
But just to do a leg sleeve out of nowhere.
That's a little aggressive.
As your first tat. It's a pretty big deal, I think. But you do you, Ben. I like it. So I thought there was a lot of nervous energy. Like,
Yes.
They seemed like they were all kind of like
maybe that's
bubbling
it.
a little
It's
bit.
not hectic. It was a
was
nervous energy.
But Ben says, my first impression, my wife is super pretty. I think there's chemistry, and I definitely want to get to know her.
But I'm a little scared of the Muay Thai, or whatever it's called.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Yeah. But they both work out a lot, so I think that's good.
Well,
That's
they
important.
seem like a good match, but I'm afraid that is not gonna fly.
We'll see.
We'll see. Oh my gosh. Is that it?
What an episode.
What an app.
What an app. What a season. We are loving it so far. We hope you guys are loving it so far. If you guys are loving the podcast and you want more, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/married to reality. We got Seeking Sister Wife. We have a bonus episode that is dropping this weekend. I think you're going to like it. Again, if you sign up at this time of the month, you're going to be charged, and then you'll be charged again at the first of the month. But hey, YOLO. You can wait till August 1st, or Sign up now and
Yeah,
start.
come over
starting-
to join the bad guys club.
We're so bad over there. We
So I
swear
was
a
gonna-
lot. I show my feet.
I was gonna say badass guys club, but I forgot the ass.
But there's Seeking Sister Wife audio and
Yeah.
video at the family affair level. There's bonus pods. There's the below deck video. There's a little video of us in check. It's wild. It's
And
fun.
we do fun stuff like this. So come over. Come over, peeps.
And if nothing else, follow us on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. It's a good time over there. Again, thank you for the reviews. And that is it. I think I've said it all of you.
I've said it all, and smash it like it's as hot as hopefully this whole season.
How could I forget? You know how easy it is to do. You look down, you smash that follow button.
Yeah, smash it like it's as hot as John's head because it's on fire because he was forgetting things.
Is that a Czech saying or something?
I don't know. I just came up with it.
Czech Republic, when someone forgets, we say their head is on fire.
Your Eastern European accents are all the same.
Yeah. Sort of like all of your accents.
What are you talking about? My British accent is on point.
It was on point.
If you wanna hear it,
Oh, no.
Patreon.
Oh, no.
Patreon.
Oh, yeah, Patreon. Below deck. Was it
yeah,
below deck?
like both. I did it on both, but below deck, yeah.
A target can't change his stripes.
Harry Potter eating fried fish and chips.
That's it. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.